Guys, today we're going to be making papusas from El Salvador. This is how we're going to make the papusas de queso, which are cheese stuffed tortillas from El Salvador. Now we need to look at our ingredients. Our first ingredient is masa harina, which is a type of corn flour, which also looks like this in a bowl. Next, we have our 1 cup measuring cup. Then we have a cup of water. And last but not least, we have our ranchero queso fresco, which is a type of cheese. The first step of making the papusa de queso is taking the ingredients and putting them into a large bowl. So we need to take the masa harina, or the corn flour, and put it inside the bowl. Then we will take our measuring cup and we will get 1 cup exactly of it. Like this. We will then get it in on the exact center line. And since it's over 1 cup, we will pour a little bit out. Then we will do it again. And since we got it right about there, we'll put it inside our glass bowl. We need 2 cups exactly, so we'll do it again. The exact same thing. We're going to measure it out. We need a little bit more, so let's get a little bit more in there. That looks about good. So let's put that in the glass bowl. Then next step is we'll need our 1 cup of water. So we'll take our water cup and we'll pour it inside the glass bowl. Like that. Now we're going to take the materials inside the glass bowl and we're going to start mixing it. And we're going to keep mixing it till it gets into a giant dough form. So when you're mixing it, sometimes it'll dry out before you actually get to the finish, so sometimes you need to add more water. So we'll add more water to the mix. Then, just keep mixing. It will become a dough form while you're doing this, and that's exactly what you want. So when you mix it, it'll start becoming a dough ball, and this is exactly what you want. It'll become really hard to mix too. Now it became a dough ball. Now what we need to do is we need to start kneading it. So we need to take the masa harina that we didn't use for this and put it on our hands. It should kind of look like the flour you use when you're making biscuits. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it on your hands and you're going to start kneading. Move this out of the way. Kneading this for almost 2 minutes now, and I made it into a ball. So now we need to set it aside and rest to let it rise. We're going to put a towel over it, just like this. And now we're going to start making our cheese. We're going to take this ranchero queso fresco. I just got back from washing my hands, and now we're going to take this ranchero queso fresco cheese, and we're going to crumble it up and put it in this bowl into small pieces, about this size. So we're going to take our cheese, and take it out over the bowl, and it should look like this. So we're going to start crunching it up, and it should crumble very easily. I finished making the cheese, so now I'm going to set it aside. Our dough has rested for about 5 minutes and should be ready. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take ping pong ball sized dough balls into our hand and we're going to flatten them. So we're going to take it, going to shape it into a ball, and then we're going to take it in our hand and flatten it. And it should look like this. I finished flattening the first ping pong sized dough ball, and we're going to take a plate and put in the flattened dough ball onto the plate. Now we're going to make 5 more. we're going to take a ping pong sized dough ball. And it doesn't matter whether one's bigger than the other one. So we're going to flatten it out. We're going to put it on the plate. So now we finished making our flat dough. So we're going to put this aside. And we're going to get our cheese and dough closer. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the finished dough and we're going to put a dent right in the center of it, right in our hand. Should look like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a scoop of cheese. We're going to put it right in the center where the dent was. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the sides of the flattened dough, we're going to wrap it around into a circle, keeping the cheese in the center. Then we're going to keep doing it with the next one. So we're going to put a dent center, take our cheese, put it in the center, wrap it around it, keeping the cheese in the center. Then we'll do it with the next one. Now we finished putting the cheese in our dough, so we're going to flatten them back out. So we're going to take a ball and we're going to gently start to flatten it. And it has cheese in the center. So you want to keep it pretty thick while you do this. And it should end up like that. Now we'll do the next one. Keep it in the center of your hand, and if you need to, you can get more the flour. So you're going to flatten it. Keep it thick in the center so the cheese doesn't melt out when you heat it up. And move on to the next one. So we're going to get our frying pan and we're going to turn on the heat to medium high. So we'll move it to 4. Our frying pan has had time to heat up. So we're going to take our papusas one at a time and we're going to lay it on the frying pan. It needs about 2 minutes each side to actually fully cook. We just finished flipping our first papusa. Notice how it turned a light brown. We'll do this with the other papusas as well. We just finished flipping all of our papusas and we finally laid them into our tinfoil pan. That is how you make El Salvadorian papusas.